The Staggering Palm Deadeye is emerging as a new speed farm build in PoE2 right now. Multiple content creators are picking up this build. I'm explaining now to you why you should also play the build. And the best thing is, you don't even need any source of movement speed. So how can we get this build now so fast without movement speed? There are skills in this game which has a forward movement. In our case, Tempest Flurry. We will only use it as a source to get our stun on an enemy, trigger our Staggering Palm. What does Staggering Palm do? If we heavy stunning an enemy, we get a short buff that lets our quarterstaff attack through the projectiles while the buff is up. And that's the reason why I have such a good map clear, because we're gonna shoot our projectiles everywhere thanks to ricochet and nova projectiles. In addition, we're gonna armor break the enemy, and with that we're gonna trigger an armor explosion, which will trigger an explosion, and on top of that we have a 20% chance to gain endurance charge, which will boost our defense with a charge regulation. So how can get so fast with this skill now? Well, you just need to stack attack speed where you can, and also scale your projectiles. And that's the reason that I think Deadeye Hollow Palm is the best choice for the skill. Because with Deadeye we have multiple nodes that boost our projectile damage, even giving us an additional projectile. Plus with Windward we're gonna get more skill speed, we're gonna attack faster, and Hollow Palm because we're gonna get attack speed per 15 evasion. Our goal is to stack evasion on our gear to get faster. With every evasion, only armor, you will lose energy shield and you are more squishy. Currently I'm at 1.9 KS and 1.3k life with 3 endurance charges, but one thing I learned in this season is more damage you have, the less defense you need. Currently I'm switching from my hybrid evasion plus yes gear to fully evasion gear. I also want to have gear pieces with deflection rating based on evasion. You have at least a higher chance to get 40% less damage. And for our single target setup we use the Broken Falling Thunder, Eleth Chimes interaction. I will talk about more of that in the skill section. So make sure to watch the video until the end to understand how this build gets so good. And on our passive tree we're going for full attack speed and stun and physical nodes. In this video we're also discussing the crit version, where we're also gonna scale our crit chance and crit multi. I'm currently testing out a non-crit version. We'll update you in another video which was is better. One of the most problems that this build will face is first to heavy stun enemies, because without the projectiles and heavy stunning enemies you're dead really fast. Always make sure to keep an eye on your Staggering Palm buff. Just attack the first mob and instantly heavy stunning the enemy on 40% normal, 50% magic, 60% rares and 70% uniques. Also you should avoid to play maps with increased monster have increased stun threshold, and this can easily break your build. In addition, the mana costs are also a large problem with this build, because you want to constantly cast Tempest Flurry in order to move fast through the map. I would advise you to get the Constricting Command with the DeFi2 gem. The hits are lucky. The most important thing is you can use your skills even when you don't have mana with it. So because Constricting Command with -5 surrounded enemy is pretty expensive right now, you can also play with mana cost efficiency nodes on your passive tree and just drink your mana pots when you are traveling through the packs without any monster. So now you know how the build plays. We will go now into the details of the build with skill tree, gear and passive tree setup. Hey guys, what's up? England with another Path of Exile 2 build guide. Now let's gonna start with the skill setup. So first of all, after I explained to you in the introduction how you're gonna use this setup, now the skill setup for Staggering Palm. Also make sure to get 20% quality on it, because you have a chance to blind enemies with 40%. So that's really huge. I also missed this out in the beginning because I was kind of dumb, and this helped me a lot to gain even more def and get even more damage on enemies. So for your support jumps, get Ricochet 2. This will especially help you with abyss monsters, and especially on maps that have really small layouts. So that's pretty great. Also get Nova projectiles. We're gonna lose 40% less damage, but we're gonna get 4 additional projectiles in the circle, and we already have enough damage, so it isn't that impactful. And now the 3 most important ones, you can also get them for the first circuits, but I would rather recommend you to get a 6 link as a start for this. First of all, get stun 2. So hits with the supported skills cost 70% more stun build up, and we need to stun the enemies so we have an easier time. So we also have easier follow-ups with our Staggering Palm, so we can just chain from heavy stun to heavy stun up there. Then armor break 3. So we're gonna break armor equal to 20% of physical damage dealt by supported skills, and armor break lowers the target's armor by a specific amount, so that's really good. So 20 chance again and endurance charge when supported skills fully break armor, and that's also really good because then we have enough endurance charge to get a defense benefit from charge regulation. Then also play with armor explosion, so we're gonna trigger an armor explosion when we fully break an enemy's armor. So we're gonna trigger a fiery explosion, which is also really good. Also, in addition to get more stun percent chance, get things like force wave, or things like staggering palm, shatter palm, and also splinters on your skill tree. And also things like adaptable as well. It's really good. Have much higher melee strike range, and also projectiles have a chance to fork now when you hit with melee attack skills. And because we're gonna hit with both of them because of Tempest Flurry and Staggering Palm, we have constantly this damage bonus up, which is really great. Now the next skill, Tempest Flurry, and it's by far the most important one because it will trigger our Staggering Palm, but it will also build up our combo points for our Culmination 2 and Falling Thunder, so it's really important. With Tempest Flurry, we're just gonna try to attack really fast and then trigger either Falling Thunder or Staggering Palm. So first of all, get a Crescendo 2, so we have a chance to perform our final strike twice in succession. Also get rapid attacks too, so we have increased attack speed. Then get practice combos, so we have a chance to build up an additional combo on hit. Get efficiency, right now I need it because I don't have the helmet with the surrounding modifier. Then you can take Defy 2, and then also requires ferocity, so I would greatly recommend to you get efficiency 2. In addition, also get one of your mana efficiency wheel on your tree. That will make your life way easier because otherwise you will most of the time run out of your mana. In addition to the Tempest Flurry, we also skilled our combo Chakra of Rhythm and also Chakra of Impact, so we have 6% increased attack speed, but also 20% chance to build an additional combo on hit, which will also get more chances with combo gain. And we're also gonna get Chakra of Impact skills deal 8% increased damage per combo consume up to 40%, so we're gonna get 40% more damage with our Falling Thunder, which is also really great. So now for our heavy hitter, the Falling Thunder, we're gonna build up to like 40, or you can even build up to like 100, 150 charges. We will build the charge up really fast. You just need to practice how many charges you will get to deal heavy amounts of damage based on your gear or your skill setup or your passives you have. The first support jumps get inevitable critical, so we have a high amount of extra crit chance. Then also get Ambrosia, so we're gonna use percentance of our max mana flux to get even more lightning damage. Then also get Culmination 2, that's the reason why we can build up combo points with our Falling Thunder. Then get Alith Chimes, so that means we can build up way higher power charges than we could. So we're gonna get power charges after we expanded the combo, so Falling Thunder will deal more damage with each projectiles after we consume the power charge. So thanks to Alith Chimes, this will give us really high amounts of plus damage. In addition, we're also gonna get really great amounts of crit multi thanks to the consuming of the power charge. So now for your last slot, get the Elemental Armament 2. You can also take things like close combat or pinpoint critical or such things. You can just experiment around with it. Now we have Tempest Spell, and we use Tempest Spell on bosses to build up our heavy stun really fast. So get heft on it, heavy swing for more melee physical damage and also more physical hit damage. So we build up the stun way faster. Also get durability, so we can hit our Tempest Spell way often. Also get concentrated area, so we're gonna deal more area damage. For 6th slot, you can also take something like Primal Armament 2. So then also Herald of Ash with Magnified Area and Fire Mastery, because we're gonna do basic night damage with 24% overkill damage. We don't even need fire damage to trigger our Herald of Ash, but you can only get Herald of Ash if you have 60 spirit from your amulet in total. And also get Charge Regulation, and this is really important because Charge Regulation will give us 90% more defense while endurance charge, 50% more skill speed per frenzy charge, and also 25% more crit chance while we have a power charge. So this is really important because we're gonna build up so many frenzy charges. With Sniper's Mark we have way higher skill speed and also more defense thanks to our endurance charges, and sometimes also some power charges thanks to our called shots with the charge profusion. In addition, we have Clarity 1 in it, so we have more increased mana regen, but I think I will switch this out pretty soon. Then we also have Wind Dancer with Maim, so we always maim the enemy on hit. Rurik Smelting, so we're gonna break the armor for 70% more armor. I'm still testing this out. And also Blind 2, so we're gonna blind enemies, but kinda don't even need it because we have it now on our Nova projectiles and the Staggering Palm projectiles. Also get Ghost Sense with Compressed Duration 2, so so we have a higher uptime of our energy shield. And also for your Ascendency skill, get the called shots with Sniper's Mark, with Mark for Death. Enemies marked by supported skills have armor breaking equal to 10% of physical damage taken. That's really great. Also charge profusion 2, we have a chance to build up endurance, frenzy and power charges at the same time. Cooldown recovery 2 for more cooldown rate, and also you can take things like efficiency 2 or something. Also check out all of my things on my charm ladder. Now for the gear. So as I said, it is pretty important to get a high amount of evasion chest. You gain deflection rating equal to 20% evasion rating. And then also get your energy shield for your tiara, because you will get more evasion rating from your tiara because of subterfuge mask. Later on, if you can afford it, get a constricting command with require 5 few enemies to be surrounded. This will cost around 7 div, so this means you're now always surrounded, so you can now take nodes like the surrounded ones in the bottom of your tree, so you will get even more damage with it, and you will get some great supports. So that's really great to get them if you have this, because then you don't have any mana problems any longer. First of all, you're gonna have a lucky chance when you are surrounded, so that means your damage will get rolled 2 times, and the damage that got rolled the high time will get chosen, and also insufficient mana doesn't prevent the use of the supported skills while surrounded. So that means that you basically don't have any mana cost at all, and you can cast this whenever you want, so then you will switch this out with efficiency 2. Now to max out your res, you need to get in Trinity first. You can later swap to a Headhunter and then get your max res from one of your rings. So I also have a cold modifier. It's my catalyst, so I can max out my cold res here with this one ring. And with the second ring I have some fizz and cold, flat damage, and also some increased lightning damage. This is still from an old Stormwave build, so I can still get even a better one. And also the physical damage as life and mana is really important, so we kinda have a really good life leech and also good leech rate. So I would greatly recommend to get these stats on the rings, so you can kinda max out your res with your rings. Then for your amulet, get an amulet with 3 tier level for all melee skills, because more melee skills means that we're also gonna do more damage with our hollow palm. Also get things like increased skill speed, so increased skill speed is not even for this build, because you're gonna be faster when you have more skill speed, so you don't even need things like crit multi or something on it. So I will maybe divine it when I finish it. I still need to get out my max mana and then get some flat max energy shield, and then it will be a really great amulet. So also get at least 60 spirit on it, so you can fit in Herald of Ash. But you can also start with something cheaper, like an amulet that has like 2 to all melee skills, and then maybe some crit multi or something. And for Anoint, I have still a storm chart from my last one, but you can take really many of your stun outs. Just get one of your stun out, maybe the Overwhelm. What's a really good choice until you get your helmet. Get the perfect opportunity, so it will do damage with hits. It's lucky against heavy stun enemies, so that means you will do even more damage with it. Now, so 30% increased stun build up. I think I will take this until I have the helmet. After that, just take any stun out that you will do more damage. Now for your gloves, you want to have gloves with all melee skills, also gloves with flat fizz damage on it, maybe also some flat lightning damage. Also increased variety is really fine, so you're gonna find more things, and also increase the evasion rating, because we're gonna move even faster through more evasion rating, through more skill speed, so get high amounts of evasion rating on these braces. You can even get things like increased effect of socketed items up to 100%. That's really great, because then you want to have your rune with your more attack speed. This will be even better, but I think it's really expensive right now. So you also want to have the Great World's Rune of Claw, so you're gonna get flat physical damage to attacks, and this will increase by the socket. And because we're gonna do so high amount of fist damage, this will be even better for. And for boots, take some dual rest and also get up to 25% increased movement speed or higher. Maybe I'm also thinking about to completely dodge movement speed, because if I have Defy and the Constricting Helmet, I don't even need movement speed, because we won't move with movement speed, we're gonna move with our attack speed, so I could get even higher amounts of evasion rating and energy shield rating on it. So this is also really great. So for charms, get a charm when you become frozen, and also a charm when you become stunned. This is really important. You can also check out out all the unique charms that are recommended by all the other build guides. And for further upgrades, as I said, get the unique helmet. Then try to get a amulet with increased skill speed so you're even faster. Get attack speed on your gloves, that's really important, so you will be even faster on your gloves. So then get rid of your increased movement speed, get an evasion just with even higher amounts of evasion rating like 2.7, 2.8k rating, and switch out your ingenuity with a headhunter later on. So now the ascendancy, first of all, get gathering winds, then take yourself called shots, then windward, and then bullseye. And then for the skill tree, now it's really important. I tried out many things. Some things made a really huge difference for me is to just stack up your stun build up. As you can see, I have 30% increased stun build up here. I have even more stun build up here. I have stun build up here. So that really helps me to quickly get the stun, because we kind of are reliant on our stuns from Staggering Palm, and you can even stun your bosses really fast to then get more damage with Staggering Palm or with your Falling Thunder. So I also got Adaptable Assault, so we're gonna get 4 millistrike range if we deal damage with a projectile attack, and because we always gonna attack with Staggering Palm, we have an even larger range to trigger all of our things, and also our projectiles have now 25% chance of fork. Fork means that the projectiles will split into 2 the first time they hit an enemy. After that gets an energy shield support like Emerge. You don't need things like Blinding Strike because you're already blinding the targets. Then also get some energy shield support here. Also, as I said, get the mana cost efficiency for the beginning, because you really need it until you have your constricting helmet. After that you can just dodge it. Get Subterfuge Mask, also your Deadly Force wheel here. Then also get a Spectral Ward. The overflowing power is also really important for your Falling Thunder, so we have more maximum power charges, but that is also important because of the crit multi that we get after we consume the power charge. Also after that, get your dissing hit, so we're gonna have an increased crit chance against daze enemies, and we have a chance to daze enemies. And as I said previously in the skill tree section, get Chakra of Rhythm and Chakra of Impact, so we're gonna build up even faster, and then also get stuck through Heartbreaking and Heart Stopping. And I still run with Unsight. I'm still testing out if I will maybe dodge it, because yeah, the enemies are kind of blinded either way. Right now I have it for like the safe space because of our mark cannot deal critical hits, but I'm kind of wasting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of our nodes, which I can put in some else. So if you want to go for more energy shield, you can go for things like Insight and Fullness, Melding, or even up here on your Inner Faith wheel. You can also go for some Sun Recovery, and you can also go up for some increased maximum energy shield. But if you have a bit later on, you're constricting man and you are always surrounded, then it would greatly come to get rid of all of these nodes up here, and then to pass your way down here, then just highlight off all of the surrounding nodes, and then skill all of your surrounding nodes, because you will get so much damage. You get attack damage while you're surrounded, we will get block chance, deflection rating, ailment, and stun threshold. We get movement speed, we'll get increased accuracy rating, increased attack damage, we'll get even a maximum life recovery. So a pretty great amount of things you will get from there. You can also check out the chart planner for the full skill tree, and if you have some questions, please ask them in the comments down below. So I also want to show you now how I'm playing with this. It's really important to get your first stun and then just keep moving. So it's really important to get just your first stun, then trigger your Staggering Palm, and then just keep moving with the Tempest Flurry, and always trigger your Staggering Palm, because you're also gonna kinda teleport to the target with a Staggering Palm. You will refresh the duration, and you will also get some distance. So as you can see, I face the enemies, and then I immediately pulled out my Falling Thunder to quickly kill them. So yeah, pretty easily. So you need to kind bit of training, but then it will be really fine and will be really easy. If you have some further questions on the build, please ask them in the comments down below. I hope I could show you a really good build. That is one of the fast builds I ever played. Don't know if it's faster than Lightning Arrow, but it's pretty damn fast and also pretty good with Double Palm. Please leave a like and a sub if you like my video, and until the next video, bye.